Bangkok and also be a community heroes in Thailand also. So here's user groups and we have a community there. So if anyone's in Bangkok, please let me know so we can join meetups. Okay. So also we in the past of APAC, right, Asia Pacific communities. So we joined like APAC 2 years ago, and also the last year is in Vietnam and in Korea, and we joined like JAWS. JAWS is a Japan AWS user group. So we are like not only the community in the Thailand, but we build the community around this region also. Okay. So for the agenda of today is two topics. The first one is machine learning with the SageMakers and also the architecture designs. And the second one is CI/CD on AWS and also how to integrate to the SageMaker. Okay. So let's start with the machine learning with the SageMaker first. So the SageMaker is the platform that is going to help you about like an end-to-end machine learning platform that is not require a lot of setup. It's a zero setups. It has a flexible models, for example, the TensorFlow magnets, Gluon, and also it's pay per seconds. Okay. So the SageMaker it has like a 4 stage. The first one is a build. It means you're going to create like a code. You write the code and build like the prototype of your models. And the second one is a train. Is to submit a job to the SageMaker so that it's going to train your models. And the third one is that you're going to tuning, right? Because the model is not quite good. You have the SageMaker has like a service to tune your models. And the last one is usage, is deploy as an API. Okay. So normally the SageMaker is when you provision the build services, this is Jupyter notebooks, right? Basically, you can like log into the Jupyter notebooks and you write the codes, and then you can like compile the code and also submit the job inside the Jupyter notebooks. Okay. So with the SageMaker, that is a built-in algorithm, right? So you can, if you know this algorithm, don't write your own code. Just use it the built-in algorithm and then submit the job, right? It's quite easy to do the SageMaker, to do the machine learning job now. So to integrate with the business application, right? So here is the SageMaker here is if you want to build the AI service in your company, right? You're going to start with the SageMaker first, but it's not. But the SageMaker cannot stay alone because sometimes you need like some component. For example, the API gateway, right? The Lambda functions, and sometimes you need like a DynamoDB or maybe the RDS, right? Because sometimes you need like a API gateway, you need like it generate the API key. Sometimes you maybe like caching, clustering, or something like that. You need like these steps because the SageMaker just has the API. So when you integrate in the big pictures, it means you're going to has like a data lake, the S3. So this part need to access the data lake, and then the business applications, right? For example, you may build the AI apps, sometimes the mobile banking. So it needs to access the AI services, right? So we're going to focus in this one, okay, to build the AI services. So to start the build of the AI, so your data scientist is going to provision the Jupyter notebook first, and then that Jupyter notebook has to access to the S3 as a data lake, right? So they write the codes and testing and do the prototyping. For the next steps, after the data is complete the steps, so they publish the models as the API, right? But to do that is not secure because they don't have like authorization and also authentication, right? Because the SageMaker has just the API. So we need to build the front end API, right? For example, the API gateway with the Lambda function, right? To do like a mapping, business logic, some business logics. And sometimes you need like, after you complete that, it means you're going to binding the endpoint together, right? The front end API, the Lambda function need to call for the back end API, right? So sometimes you need like do the mapping, right? For example, the business logic need to query the databases. Sometimes you need like do the mapping of the master data, something like that. So you can use the Lambda function to query for the DynamoDB, right? So this is the picture of the architecture when you're using the SageMaker in the business application, right? So when you complete that, it means you can publish this API to another business unit. Sometimes it's software development for mobile banking or for financial parts, right? So they're going to use the Lambda function also. It's easy to call the API gateway, not directly to the SageMaker, just only for the API gateway. Okay, so this is more secure. So sometimes data is changed, right? Because if you want to learn the new model every day, it means if the data change in the data lake, you're going to trigger for the SageMaker again, and then it's going to the steps for the SageMaker, right? So so to do the automation, you need like a Lambda script to execute the Jupyter Notebook files, and then it's going to consume the new raw data, and then going to build a new model. Okay. So, but it has a challenge because sometimes this is a good for like starting, but in the enterprise architecture is quite challenged because sometimes it's versioning control. You need to do versioning control in the Jupyter Notebook files, and sometimes you're going to deploy these environments in another environment. For example, you use in a development environment, you need to provision the production environment and also the UAT system integration testing. So you need to duplicate the same things in every environment, right? And the last one is that sometimes, I think it's the most case, the data scientists don't have the permission to access to the production environment, right? It means they need to hand on the scripts and the code to the operation team, okay? So in that case, it means you have to build the CI/CD for your SageMaker environment, right? So the goal is that it is the same things because actually the DevOps is not only for the development, for the software engineering, but it is also for the data scientists as well, right? So let's see the CI/CD for on AWS, right? So the CI and CD is which stand for? It is stand for the continuous integration and then continuous delivery or deployment, right? So this is from the code, from the source code, right? So we're going to commit the versions, and then it's going to build staging and also in the production, right? This is the flow of the CI/CD. So AWS has the tools for the CI/CD is a code series, right? For example, the first one is code pipeline. The code pipeline is the workflow. Right, you can build the workflow, how the code is stored and how to build and how to deploy. Right, you use the code pipeline to do that steps. Right, for example, you can build the pipeline such as this from the source, build, test, staging, and productions. Right, so you can customize your own workflow depends on your operation, on your company operations. Right, for example, the first one is a normal flow from the source code to do the staging, and also is production, right? And also sometimes you need like approval with your managers or maybe the team leads, right? So you can customize at the steps. For example, here is approval, right? So from the source code, you do like testing, and you do the approval, and then just for the production, right? This is a code pipeline. And another one is a code commit. Code commit is a private Git repository, right? So you can commit and store the Jupyter Notebook file inside the code commit, right? And then share the file to another data scientist as well. Right? So and for the code build is the services that help you to build the compile the source code and also packaging the source code into the files, right? So I want to mention that it is a free tier for the code series, right? So this is if you just start with the code series is free, always free, right? For example, the code pipeline is always free. One pipeline code commit and subscribe active users, and the code build is 100 million. So you can start with no cost, right? So when you integrate to the SageMaker, right? So the SageMaker, normally you use the Jupyter notebook file, right? So you normally using the data preparations, training, tuning, and also deploy. Actually, it's all in the Jupyter notebook file and this folder. It's packed in one folder, right? So it means you're going to use that folders, do the versioning, commit it into the code commit. Okay, so it means another data scientist can check out the code to do the same in the same projects and using a SageMaker to train that model also, right? So when you configure that into the pipeline, it means for the code commit, you commit the code into the code pipeline, right? So this is a trigger to start the pipeline source code. And then when you go to the build steps, you use the code build and the zip code build to zip a Jupyter notebook file here in one zip file, right? And save it into the S3 bucket, right? And then the step is that actually the SageMaker has the lifecycle configuration. It means when you can configure what the script when the SageMaker to start and to stop. What is the characteristic when they start and stop. So I use that features, right, to when the SageMaker execute the script when it start the notebook, it's going to execute the script in the zip file in the S3, right? So I'm loading the zip file that has the Jupyter notebook and automatically executed every time that I'm starting the notebook, right? And execute that one, right? So it means that how I can deploy the infrastructures. I use the cloud formations, right? This cloud formation is going to build the API gateway, Lambda scripts. SageMaker is a Jupyter notebooks, and also the connecting to the S3. So the cloud formation is going to execute that, right, for me. So it is infrastructure as code, right? Every time it's going to execute that, the SageMaker is going to start automatically, right, from the source code that I've just built. Yeah. So it has the approved steps, and also I do the same for every step that I'm going to use the cloud formation combined to the code commit, combined to the code pipeline, and also have approved steps again in the productions, right? So it means I can duplicate the steps in the CI/CD flow. Okay. So benefit of doing that is mean I'm going to utilize the code series to orchestrate the workflow, and then I do the versioning control for the Jupyter notebook files. I can do the consistency deployment in multiple environments, for example, the dev, test, UAT, and production also. I can do the deployments in the same code, and also actually this one also you can customize again to binding to the Lambda CloudWatch event to do the ongoing incremental model also, right? So in conclusions, right? So you can do like a CI/CD. You can use the CI/CD on AWS has the full features of services, right? The machine learning with the SageMaker is very flexible. You can learn from scratch from the built-in algorithm or customized algorithm as well. You please use the API gateway and also the Lambda to help the SageMaker API more secure, and also you can generate like an API key on that. And also for the CI/CD with the SageMaker, you utilize like a cloud formation steps, right, to provision like an API gateway and Lambda also. That. Okay. This is conclude on my talks. Okay. Thank you again. We want to have listens. So if you have any questions, please let me know. Okay.